Almost forgot to turn the microphone on. Just one last thing. Didn't do any much art exploring this week. Just gonna go get the card to chat and I'll be right with you guys. In the meantime, for the people that is their first time here, my name is Shiro, and what I usually do on these streams is I will resize this window, please, and thank you. Bah. What I usually do on these streams is that I talk about what I did artistically in the past week. Time for the Shiro Show, ladies, gentlemen, and blobs. Hi, Coco. I am having a great time. Those cards I did yesterday, I only have one left. The rest are sold. And yes, sadly, even Brunhilde, my love. I'm gonna stop that before I get sued by Warner Brothers. Oh, it does not require talent to get sued by a big company. But yeah, there's not much different that I did this week compared to the... Oh, Paul is here too. Hi, Paul. Good afternoon, Shiro and Coco. Hope you're both doing well. It's nice to be able to listen in live today. Yeah, we're all glad you're here, Paul. And thank you for your purchase. So we're just going to take a quick look into the watercolor book. I did, it's still up. I had a poll open on Patreon about what I'm going to paint in here because I do plan on filling this thing up. And this week I am going to be drawing Magus. And so far right now we have Chrono, who unlike everybody else, because I did not think of it at the time. Oh, I should post the rules. Is not, like there is no TikTok / Instagram Reel / YouTube short of Chrono, because at the time I did not think of filming the making of, but I'm going to do it for everybody else. And Coco said, yeah, Coco is going into surgery. Let's all wish her luck and good vibes. So we have Chrono, Marl, Luca, Frog, Robo, Isla, and this week I'm going to be drawing Magus. And then there's the poll on Patreon. If you're a Patreon supporter, doesn't matter which tier you have access. Woo, I should have took a breath. Whatever Patreon tier you're on, you should have access to the poll, and it's to decide which portraits I'm going to do next in this book, if it's Final Fantasy VI or Breath of Fire 1. And as I said yesterday, I will not be doing any of the Suikoden playable characters, because from 1 to 5, and I think there's a 6th mobile, but I'm not sure, there's 108 playable characters in every Suikoden. And no! And Chrono Cross is not much better with 45 playable characters, and I did not enjoy Chrono Cross, so we're not going there. And we might be able to make calamari today. Ooh, calamari! Speaking of squids, I have been dying to try octopus balls. The name is escaping me right now because now I'm thinking about that. I'm going to look it up. Takoyaki, there we go. Look, I had to do a lot of math this morning, okay? I used up my daily allotment of IQ. And to think, I had a calculator. am capable of being smart. It's just for some stuff I need a lot more help than other stuff. Like, I literally put a takoyaki cooking station in my Amazon wish list for later. Ah, there we go. Was worried for a second because the companion mode doesn't only show the easy access tools. Thank you, Coco. Takoyaki are salty and delicious. I want it, but not just want it. I want to make it. I want to struggle with the little balls. Twitch is going to clip that and make my life a living hell. Water. The bad news is I did not rinse my my straw really good. The good news is that it's not expired Kool-Aid in there. It's leftover frozen raspberries, so it doesn't taste like horrible mold. I'm not saying that out loud, Coco. But you get a pass because you're not trying to antagonize me. If it was Joel, you would go straight. You go straight to the corner. But yeah, art-wise, that's pretty much it. I did get yelled at for the crayon slime. But not yelled at in a mean way, yelled at in the, how the fuck did you do that? Did you do. Plus yesterday I had a watcher finish paying for my ring light because now the goal is some Artex acrylic paint markers. Kind of hoping to use them depending of the ink, well, the paint flow, I should say. I plan on using them for, am I going to say it? No. Fake animation cells. There we go. I still have to design this certificate of not authenticity. Like to prove that I made them.
Here's what I found.
Oh my gosh, shut up, Siri. Is to prove that yes, I made them and no, they were not in an actual cartoon. And with that, we are going to go here so I can see what I'm doing, and then we are going to switch to the screen. The screen! You know what screen. But yeah, the viewer yesterday finished paying for my ring light and got me a book. A Japanese book on how to draw hands. I will not be able to read it necessarily, but I do have a scan translator app on my phone. And I will be probably heavily depending on the illustrations. So that book combined with Francesco back there should be much better. Because let's be honest, my hands, still not fantastic. They could be better, you know? And people are like, yeah, like, you got two hands right in front of you, you can just look at them. Apparently that's not how it works to my brain. I do draw better hands when I use Francesco. What is Francesco? Francesco is my highly articulated model hand that I got off of AliExpress. Not sponsored. I will say though that whenever these are recorded. Whenever my live streams are recorded, there are links in the description to either Clip Studio or Ohuhu markers. These are affiliate links, so I have to tell you guys that I do get a little commission if you use the links. Now, we're gonna hide my big fat head. That is a big webcam? Yeah, good. There we go. Much better. I'm just gonna scoop this here so I can see a little better what I'm doing. Oh, that's done while I'm thinking about it. There we go. I wanted you guys to hear the jingle because I'm using Habitica to organize my shit. That is not sponsored. And I've been enjoying the sounds. There's like a whole series, like 4 or 5 collections of sounds, if not more at this point, that you can use to customize the audio. It's basically an app where you have different lists of things you need to do, dailies, stuff like that. I swear by it. I supported them on Kickstarter, and sometimes whenever I can, I drop in a couple coinage. And where am I now? Because it's gamified, so I have a little character. I am a little rogue. Sorry, I am not a thief. I am a rogue. I am a level 191 rogue. And I have like all the default pets, all the default mounts. I am drowning in equipment. Script. There we go. Now if I could actually be a professional about this and not mess up in my layers, everything will be fine. You probably know the site already, but Hatoking is great for hand references. That is news to me. Let's go take a look. Hatoking. Hand reference for artists. And there's an official shop. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's nice. I like that they're color-coded. The thumb is green, the fingers are yellow, the hand/palm is blue to really help you differentiate the different pieces, because that is what I like about Francesco. He kind of looks like a robot hand because he's so sectioned, but the sections help me. Like, if I really wanted to reference off of my hand, I would need like a rubber glove to draw each different articulation with a Sharpie. And you guys already know how much I hate Sharpies. Oh, there's a lot of good stuff. I'm going to drop the link in the chat of what I'm looking at right now. Doink. I'm learning. And the chat is calling this the color challenge, but it's not the color challenge. I literally just changed. Let me go check something real quick. And I promise we'll actually get started on the comic, because technology is giving me grief. Oh, that's working well on YouTube. And it's working well on Twitch, so I don't know what the restream chat is talking about. But anyway, let's actually get started. Let's do that. And now we got an extra reference for aliens. Because like I was about to say, it's one thing to use 3D models when I'm drawing, and I need to get a good handout fast. But like, it would be nice, you know, to actually, for real, learn how to draw a hand. There's just some stuff that just doesn't click until it does, you know what I mean? Let's have some fairies. Alright. Chicka 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 chicka. Reference angle and Pose Maniacs. Pose Maniacs I use because it's built into my current version of Clip Studio. Pose Maniacs are two others that are amazing. Now here we were at the dinner table, but in order to get a nice flow of the conversation, I'm just gonna draw ourselves standing up. Oh, you know it's gonna be good. It's Dad again. For the record, Mom is not annoyed at Dad. She's just frowning because she's focusing inside his medicine cup. She has reasons to be annoyed at Dad, but this one was not one of them. Coffee time for you, because if I do that during the stream, I'm just going to pass out and somebody's going to call the cops. Not knowing that coffee puts me right to sleep. Also, Off for Switch is coming. I think it's next month. And honestly, I'm pretty hype. Of course, the original soundtrack is not going to be in it, but there is another composer that they had joined along with Toby Fox. Let's credit them properly. That's the trailer. Ah, there we go. Mollusk. I really hope that's an altered picture, but yeah, I'm not going to be playing the song in here because I don't want to get yelled at. But Mollusk brought in some new music along with Toby, and it's okay. Because for those of you who actually follow Off News or listen to me constantly talk about it, they weren't able to get the rights to the original soundtrack made by alias Conrad Coldwood, if I'm not mistaken. I have the original soundtrack on my phone, so that's not a problem. I get to enjoy Pepper Steak as much as I want. But I did listen to Mollusk 2 new tunes, and they're okay. They feel a little too lively for what Off is about, but that is personal taste. It does not mean that I think Mollusk is not a good composer. I have to specify that because this is the internet, and if you say you slightly dislike something, maybe, possibly it's not your taste, everybody will think you want the person dead. So no, that's not what I'm saying. Because I am surely not going to cancel my pre-order over, oh, there's some new composers. No, it's not going to ruin the experience for me. No. That and his oddly satisfying golden eyes. Ooh, there's a little bit of lag today. Little bit of lag. I'm gonna close a couple tabs. That's going to help a little bit. That's packed. I don't need that right now. That I'm going to put that in the art folder. That I don't need that. That I can always reopen. Well, that's going to help a little bit, at least, I would think. Ah. Sure, your dad cannot have this much hair at his age. Well, it's the best way I can represent his hair because, yes, he has very thinned out hair, but the man is far from bald. He doesn't have like the big thick lion mane like Pappy, but dude has a lot of hair. I did not play any Super Ninja Boy this week because I got lost again, and I got a little tired of getting lost. Because here's the issue. The enemy encounter rate is way crazy. And what's actually tiresome about that is that the encounter rate on the map doesn't change the enemy lineup. Like, let's say you go in a new place, there's going to be harder enemies. Yes, that part is normal. But it doesn't retire the older enemies, is what I'm saying. So you can be like me, like at level 11, and still encounter level 1 enemies. And that is my problem. Because I have to run away from so many battles because I am not going to gain much XP at level 11 with the level 1 enemies. Then most of the battling is like a beat them up. So that's a lot of button mashing I'm not willing to do. Oh, you're gonna be like that? There. Pas toi, il va gagner sur moi. As for what this is referencing, one time Mom accidentally took Dad's pills for supper, and since then we swapped out one of the cups because they use medicine cups, transparent medicine cups, for their pills. And Mom just wasn't paying attention because very strong ADHD, stronger than mine easily. I think it got diluted a little bit with me because there's some stuff there's more stuff that I can focus on than she can, and I'm not saying this to make fun of her. And since then we swapped out her medicine cup with a little shot glass made to look like a bottle of pills with the like prescriptions a lot, you know, jokes like that. It's bright, it's orange, it's different from Dad's. Works fantastic. Modern problems require modern solutions. Guys, scoot. We got 3 people today, as far as I know, on the stream, so hello 3 people. Happy that you're here. I totally get that it's Super Bowl Sunday today. And I am well aware that it's not practical, really, if you want a lot of views to stream in the middle of the day, especially on a Sunday. But for the newcomers, a reminder that it's literally the only time I have, because otherwise I have to either help my parents, work on stuff at a certain time, etc., etc., and streaming too late, and I'm going to get crabbier than I usually am in the daytime. Got my Joe Bruin sweet caffeine. Pop is so expensive, I had to severely cut down. I'm not surprised. Like, literally, because of red and yellow reasons, I bumped up an American customer's shipping to tracked at no extra charge to the customer. Just to make sure that it made it there safely. Those of you that know color theory and knows what the yellow and red does, we'll leave it at that. Speaking of drinking. Much better. So as I mentioned yesterday, I have the live stream set up on the Silverian official Discord as events, recurring events. So that'll make it a smidgen easier to keep, for those of you that are on the Discord, to keep track of when I stream. Isn't it amazing when you guys get to see the mouth under the mustache? It's like the man behind the curtain. Now we do a little fist. And there we go. I'm good at fists. I'm not great at hands, but I'm good at fists. I've had to do them so often. Also a reminder that there is now, for Patreon supporters, there is a general chat and then art help chat. Also, there is a free trial, a week-long free trial at the moment. I'm thinking of turning it off, because people will come and look, but they won't subscribe. So we'll see what I decide to do this week. Also, once again, because you can't really tell tone, and my dad is like, no joking, when he decides he wants to be a good actor, my dad is a fantastic actor. He really looked offended when Mom said that, but it was just a setup for a joke. Like, let's put it like this. When my dad wants to be a bad actor, that's when he's a bad actor. He's a bad actor when he decides to do it. Once again, as a setup for a joke. My dad is a lot more talented than he gives himself credit for. Also, my mom is working on getting her high school diploma. And after that, she picked up a leaflet for some basic computer courses. And I was looking at that, and it's like literally baby's first course for computer, explaining what each part of the computer is, you know, the stuff you start with. That was so far so good. Right up until I saw at the end of the back of the leaflet, they have courses to learn AI and ChatGPT, and I was like, no. Like, it's bad enough that, like, mom is worried about Alzheimer's and stuff like that, but to help against Alzheimer's, I don't know if it prevents, but I know it helps against it, you kind of have to think for yourself. And ChatGPT is not going to help that. We're already trying to get mom to... This is going to sound incredibly mean, but I don't have any better words. We're trying to get mom to think for herself. And then the last part of the computer course wants to shit on that, basically. So I'm gonna politely request that she doesn't do that part. Speaking of request, I also requested her that if she does go to the computer class, to take her time and not try to get ahead of the teacher. Because mom has this thing, as we know from the comic where she asks what's the moon and pushes on it before I have the time to answer and shut down the entire thing. She tends to get ahead on what is expected of her, to put it lightly. Because she's like, okay, do I do this? And then she clicks on 3 different things, and then it's hard for the teacher to go back and see what she did. So if you're wondering where the Chaos Goblin comes from, then yeah. So if I could get a little woohoo in chat to encourage Mom for her next math exam, that would be great. And I'll tell her too that you guys encourage her. In other artistic news, not a lot of different drama this week. But I will say there will soon be some new work for Barbarian Queen Charybdis. I'm also working on the next Aurora Ronin. Slower than I would like to. Progress on It's a Wonderful Life is going fantastic. I am highly enjoying the pace I'm working on that one, and happily, people also highly enjoying the story so far, even if they only have two pages. Unless you're a subscriber on my Patreon and Ko-fi, and then you have access to 6 pages, because that's how much I have done right now. And I'm nice enough to offer early access, because I'm amazing that way. Alright, a little break. Little water. Forgot to tag my lunch in my Habitica. I have to write down that I need to take lunch, or else it's completely gone. But how far they failed to connect. Yeah, that's better. So yeah, I mentioned yesterday that Olo Colors ended the monthly color challenge, and I had to find out by asking them because they didn't announce it. So of course, fallait je me démarre because that's what I do. Where is it? Is it you? I don't even know what you do, but it's not you. Ah, there we go. So it's this little application here. And it's basically a palette maker. So it doesn't look like much right now, but if I grab this photo here that I used to get a palette done for yesterday, and there we go. By default, it starts you at 5 colors, but you can actually edit how many colors it gives you for the palette. From 2 to 16, it seems. 16 is enough. After that, there, might as well just take out the entire box of crayons, you know? And with the settings, it also gives you the hex color. Sorry, the hex color for each and what it will look like together with some T examples. And that is literally what I used because I had to pull shit out of my ass like I always do. Now the application is called Color Palette from Image, and then when you open it, it's called Natural Colors. I don't know if it has a Windows version. I have a Mac. It works for Mac. I consider that good enough for me. At least I'll have more time next month to think about it, so I'll be able to go and get a palette randomizer. Because technically I chose the colors this month, and that's not part of the challenge. But like I said, that was pris au dépourvu. Olo Colors did tell me that they have other challenges planned for this year, but that's all I know. I will probably talk about it if they do eventually announce them. I don't just like art drama, I like art news too. I can be a decent person when I want. This week I asked my mom, because I don't even remember the meme I saw, but I saw a meme on Facebook, and I asked Mom which one between me and Rox, my sister, is the meanest, and she just looked at me. With a pair of eyes that meant that I'm the meanest between the two. Oh, I'm wearing it as a badge of honor at this point. Why? Because for all the times that I was accused of being mean when I did not mean to. When I do mean to be mean and people recognize that, to me, that signifies that finally I passed my message across correctly. Which is quite the feat when you're neurodivergent. Plus, honestly, it's very frustrating when you're genuinely upset and the other person is like, haha, you're so funny. I'm already getting tired. That's why I'm quiet. I'm waiting on some stuff. One thing that I cannot talk about on stream because specific people will get mad at me. No, it has nothing to do with the yellow and red menace. The other thing is a pen with some compound in it that is meant to help tighten joints on action figures, and I'm hoping to use them on my Bootleg Nendoroid Risa and Figma Risa. Figma Risa has a very, very loose, like constantly falls off right elbow, and Nendoroid Risa has a slightly more solid but still easy to fall off right knee. And I'm hoping that this compound will tighten things up. And I'll be able to pose them differently more often. Because that's the thing. I don't just like to draw. I like to make toys. I like to make figures. I like to make plush toys. That's a nice segue to say that I added a crowd-funded embroidery machine on my throne wish list. And as it says in the description, I want one because I want to add embroidered eyes to the dolls I make. So, you know, make a nice little doll. Then give it a really pretty and solid face. The solid face is pretty important. Because right now I got like... As far as sewed dolls go, we're not counting the needle felted ones. They have like semi-embroidered faces on. Like I use an embroidered stitch to fix their eyeballs on their faces. It's Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and a 4-foot-tall plush of Lupin III. But I would like to make some Ben Presto sized dolls eventually. You know, the little chibi round one with like it's just head and then there's a little bit of body underneath. And I have seen that you can get like applique eyes to iron on your dolls. But like if I hand make the doll and not ask Vogres to do it, I would like it to be like my style of eyes, you know? Preferably. Because if you remember, and that was like a couple of years ago when I was working on learning how to make Figma Risa, I had bought sheets of pre-made water slide stickers of various anime eyes to practice with. And it's what I used for Figma Risa. She has some quote-unquote default anime green eyes on. But when it came to Nendoroid Risa, what I did instead is I printed eyes that I had drawn myself for her. And like, she has different faces with different facial expressions. But I drew all these expressions myself. So she looks more like I did her than if I had asked a company. Because I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of the anime currently, like, it's all different studios, but it's all the same style. You can't really tell unless it's Studio Trigger, you know? Like just yesterday, I was looking at the recent RPG or action adventures or even slightly anime-ish releases, and I am not counting all the hentai labeled stuff. That's all AI, okay? Threw some chicken in the oven while I was at it. But yeah, they all freaking look the same. And it simply did not make me interested in trying out the game. Honestly, that's why I miss Amano working on Final Fantasy, because at least his style is unique. How about an RPG in Junko Mizuno style? But the entire thing, okay, the surreal, drippy, ridiculously cute, but gory stuff. Remember when we had this boom where they asked Akira Toriyama to draw everything? At least it was a different style than generic, excessively beautiful anime. And by generic, excessively beautiful anime, I mean like superficially. Because you got the main character, and then you have like 15 girls, and they're all incredibly detailed, with long flowing hair. And then these companies turn around and look at you. We can't afford to try out creative ideas. We can't take the risk. We so believe in the fact that creativity is poison to making money that we're going to use AI for our graphics. But we're saving money because we're not paying actual artists. So I have 2 games in my library, in my Switch library. Ni no Kuni and Ni no Kuni 2. I actually started with Ni no Kuni 2. And the thing with Ni no Kuni is that the first one was made in collaboration with Ghibli Studio. The second one was just made... Well, just made. It's still a really good game. Was made with Ghibli Studio influences. But at least it was Ghibli Studio style. And it had a lot of interesting design choices. The one thing I did complain about a lot, though, is the fact that it's the first one is very, very white. The second one, you do have races and, you know, skin tones, but your main party is still very, very white. And honestly, there were some really interesting ideas in the Ni no Kuni 1. Like in Ni no Kuni 2, it's slightly different because in 1, you're like just this one kid who has to navigate the world. And I'll leave it at that for now, for the base concept. Ni no Kuni 2, you're a prince that got kicked out of his kingdom. And you have to build a kingdom of your own. So the gameplay is like very, very different from that point of view. You have to recruit people for your town and stuff like that. You have a town. I do have some complaints about Ni no Kuni 2, actually. And not just about the color. I also got a bonus carton of chicken livers. Oh, I love bird liver. Dad made me taste pheasant liver once, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. Because, like, half the map is useless. Like in Ni no Kuni 1, you would constantly like find little towns and little secrets and caves and stuff like that. You can still find secret caves in Ni no Kuni 2, but there's like this entire continent that has one town. The top third of the continent is iced over, and you can see an abandoned scrapped of a ship, and when you play Ni no Kuni 1, you understand whose ship that is, and then you feel very sad. But you can't even explore the ship, the crashed ship. Like, sure, you can walk around it, but it could have been a dungeon, you know? I was one of the few kids who would touch liver. And then, the entire bottom half, because it's like that continent has two pieces connected together, and the top piece has the town that I was talking about, and that frozen wasteland with the plane that crashed that could have been a dungeon. And the second half is a desert with nothing in it. Nothing. There's a little cave, but that's it. 2 if you count the one that's on the outside rim. There could have been a town there. And what's the most frustrating to me, gameplay-wise, is knowing that these are both the same world. So that's how we know who the plane that crashed, who it belongs to. Plus knowing about all these other races slash villages that disappeared. They don't really explain why. Like, there's some villagers you can get that they keep saying from a long lost tribe, long lost tribe, long lost tribe. And if you play the first one, you know exactly what tribe it is, but there's no reason why that tribe is gone now. Frozen Wasteland. Hey, that's where I'm from. Hey, guess what? Like, if you compare the two maps, that is a lot of civilizations that were destroyed between 1 and 2. What I'm saying is, creativity is good and seeked, but big companies says, nah, money, 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 money. But what if it doesn't make money? Oh, but what if it does? Final Fantasy was named Final Fantasy for a reason, bitch! Now, we tried stuff with Final Fantasy 15. Oh yes! Do we all remember the incredible party that you got to play with? Ambiguously white Asian guy, ambiguously white Asian guy, ambiguously white Asian guy, and slightly older ambiguously white Asian guy. All dressed in black. Road trip! Oh yes, I am fascinated to know how their life is going. Just saying, my favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy VI, and you get to play as a Moogle, a Yeti, or even whatever Go-Go is. So, another favorite, Final Fantasy VII, the original. Who's in my party? A transforming weirdo, chain-smoking adult, a cat, another cat on top of a plush toy. Also, I had to specify the original because I know for a fact that Red 13, Sid, and Vincent are not meant to be playable in whatever it's called right now, Rebirth, the remake. I am so not interested in the remake. And I usually love remakes. I have 6 copies of Final Fantasy IV and 5 copies of Final Fantasy VI. Clearly, I have a problem. Like, they had already lost me when they said, all proud, that Red 13 wasn't gonna be playable. Like, they lost me right there. At that moment. He's still in the game, but he's not playable. And then, like, years later, because this remake is taking years, I don't even know if they're done yet. They were all happy to announce that Sid and Vincent were also going to be non-playable. So you're saying we get to keep Yuffie? Who, don't get me wrong, I like her. But she doesn't transform in several monsters like Vincent, is what I'm saying. Plus, of course, there's the fact that it's more action. The battle system is more action, and it's not turn-based like the original used to be, and I like turn-based. Like, I can play action. Ni no Kuni 1 was a little bit more turn-based, but it still had some action. Ni no Kuni 2 was definitely action, but I enjoyed it, and I beat it. And I don't know, the Final Fantasy VII Remake just isn't calling out to me. Not when they're literally taking out gameplay. I can live with the turn-based turning into action. But y'all took out like half the party, so what's the point? I can only play with the pretty ones. Yeah, now I'm upset. Then again, it doesn't take much to upset me, does it? Oh, speaking of upsetting, they when they made the pixel remaster of Final Fantasy IV, they took out the developer's room. And I'm okay with taking out the lustful lally-ho. But the developer's room, come on. Like, okay, they also took it out of the SNES version. But in the SNES version, the wall stops like right where you're about to enter the corridor, the secret corridor to reach the developer's room. In the Pixel Remaster, they let you go to the end of the secret corridor and then announces that the developer's room is closed. Because they close it because, and I quote, mind you, the work culture showed in the original developer's room is not a good culture. It's not a good work culture. It's kind of toxic. well then, either do like they did in some of the releases in between, where they specified that it was the developer's room from 1991, I believe. I believe Final Fantasy IV came out in 91. RIP developer's room, yeah. Let's see some candle emojis in chat if candle emojis are a thing. Or I think there was still one in the 3D version on the DS, and they changed a lot of the dialogue and made it a developer's room of the team from that version and not the OG version. Like, the only entertainment I got from that is imagining Cecil just slapping his face against the wall, thinking I was going to get to the developer's room in the SNES version. Because I got my SNES copy, like, way after I had my other copies, but before Pixel Remaster. So I was full-on ready to go into the developer's room, but I had forgotten that they had taken it out for that version. And then you just see Cecil, like, ramming his face right into that wall several times over because I was like, what's going on? Am I not well aligned? The battle in the DS FF4. Thank you, Paul. Developer's room was hard. True. It was only slightly easier in the original one, as far as I remember. But then again, I don't think you died. Like, it's been a while since I played my other versions. It's just that the advantage with the Pixel Remaster versions is that I can switch languages. I can practice my Spanish. What's your rest in peace, developer's room? We hardly knew ye. At least they didn't do that with Chrono Trigger. It's well hidden. I will give them that. At least Chrono Trigger does not let me down. I mean, seriously, it's gotta be some kind of copyright issues that Square didn't remake Chrono Trigger or something. Because what did they do instead? Chrono Cross. Don't recall people clamoring for a remake of Chrono Cross, but, well, it's more of a remaster. Yet here we are. Alright, we're gonna put some word balloons on that, and then we're gonna put some backgrounds, then we'll be done. Oh, wait, I forgot to color my cup. Oof, good thing I noticed. RPG's neat. I wanted to try to fight the squid. Oh, hang on. Almost done, so I can't participate, but... There we go. Have fun. Plus next time, Coco, we're going to test if you have permission to start battles. Because moderators are supposed to be allowed. And you're a moderator, so... You know, ipso facto. Oops, there's a little extra on the bottom. Oh, there's a little stinky paw. Somebody's got a status of something. Don't worry, guys. I will wait for you to finish your battle before I log off. I am cruel but fair. Wait for a turn in the chat box. Yeah. Because of the lag, you can't really depend on what you're seeing on the screen. You have to wait in the chat to see if your turn comes up. Like Coco said. I'm trying. And we appreciate you. So that's done. That I don't need to do that. Or I can still see what's going on with you guys because you're both on the same screen from my point of view. I believe in you guys. Let's go. Also, my on-screen notifications should be all fixed. So, if you guys win, we should be getting a nice little fanfare going on. You just got pawned, FTW. Now you're dead, cause we killed you. We took you by surprise. We just saw you roaming the forest and said, let's kill those guys. You're a squirrel who somehow has forces. I forgot. Couldn't go any further because that is a Rental Floss song. La la la, you're dead, la 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 la, we killed you, la la la. Actual lyrics here. Ah, there we go. You're a squirrel who somehow has money and somehow swords and sea shields. I don't care if you're a cute bunny, I'll kick your ass for real. Let's all dance right next to your corpses. We're happy that you're dead. Soccer with your hands. Bear. Coco's done. She summoned the bear. Excuse me. You guys are doing good though. You know, I wonder if Mortal Strike is hitting because the Mortal Strike move is like one word, and I notice Paul is writing it as 2 words with a space between Mortal and Strike. So I wonder if it actually hits. Either way, you guys almost got him. Oh, so close. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. And that answers my question because Paul spelled it in 2 words and I saw the hit work on Ultros. See, I'm learning shit. You guys are educational. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, I'm invested. Like, I know I put Ultros on easy, but I've been putting Ultros on easy a couple times before. And I'm not saying this to shit on you guys, but one time you guys lost, and another time, like, the app itself kind of crashed on itself, and... Good job! So proud! Oh, it was worth waiting to see how it all panned out. see, turn-based RPGs is where it's at. You've seen it here, folks. And with that, I am done with the comic. We have successfully beaten Ultros. That was a good battle. Yes, it was, Coco. Despite just being the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Yeah, great teamwork. It does make the dream work. And with that, now that we're done and Ultros is beaten, we are going to the end screen. And of course, with the end screen is the extra special caramel drizzle, rainbow sprinkle, chocolate syrup thanks to our supporters, Amber B, Poke, Miss Anniversary, Other Bat, Ad Multiplayers, and Winter the Kitten. And special mention to Super Dude at 808, I believe the entire name was, for their on and off support. Continued support. Thank you for a great show, Shiro. Your comic looks awesome. It's time to fry up some squid balls. Ah, yes. I would love to. And of course, continued support is immensely appreciated. Next live stream is going to be next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Hope you guys have fun watching me draw this. A lot of fun drawing it. I'll see you guys next week. Next Sunday. I love you all. And bye-bye.